Hiyo, this is EonShiKeno, back with some more Starcraft 2 commentaries. We've got EmpireKas, is going to be a red Terran, down here on the bottom of GSL Daybreak, I think, yes, Daybreak. GSL Daybreak. And his opponent is going to be EGPuMa. I don't know what account this is here, but he's probably just borrowing account, a European account. And so he's going to be under this Sastane name? Not quite sure. Anyways, so we're going to have Puma versus Kas, two well-known high-level Terran players. And if you do not know, this is from Assembly. This is from the group playoffs, Group A. And so I watched most of Saturday's events of Assembly, so I didn't get to see any of the group stages, so I haven't seen any of these replays. So I'm going to commentate quite a few games from the group stage. And if you haven't seen them, or maybe if you have seen them, you can rewatch them. Whatever, we'll watch them together and just watch some good games from Assembly. So, Kas is an interesting Terran player. He's a very unique Terran player. He likes to go mech quite a bit. He's really made himself known for going mech, but lately, I think the last game I commentated, I said that, and ended up going bio. So, and he ended up winning it too. So we'll see this game if he's going to stick with, if he's going to go bio, if he's going to go mech, or what he's going to go with this game. But it is, this is a pretty good map for mech, I would say. It's pretty easy to get 3 bases. You can kind of take this base here, it's your second turtle up, and then you can easily push out here to this one, and just kind of put your army right here, your mech army here, and that kind of forces them to maybe go all the way around here with bio. And as long as you put up some nice turret rings up here in the top part of your base, you can kind of defend drops pretty easily. So Factory going to go up here for Puma, and Kas looks like he's going to go for a fast command center. He's scouting with his SCV. This map has a very long rush distance. As you can see on the mini-map, he has to travel all the way around here. You can't just kind of sneak through there because they're in the middle. There is actually on these two sides, actually, never mind, here we go. Yep, there is the destructible rock, so you have to kill those if you want to get the quick and the fast way through there. So we're going to see a barracks and the command center coming out of Kas to start things off with. So we're going to see Puma go on the offensive, hopefully, if he wants to get his advantage. At least maybe slow down Kas's economic advantage here. So we have an intercept. 2 Marines going to run into this Marine. This Puma's trying to chase down this SCV, but he's going to be able to sneak on out of there. But I got to give him credit. He went out and he chased that guy down. He's like, all right, I'm going to give it a shot. Worst thing can happen, you know, he just has to run back home. It's not like he's going to get chased down by other Marines. They go the exact same speed, but you never know. Kas's Marines may just be a little bit faster because he's just that good at Terran, first Terran. So the command center is going to go down here. We have more command centers following it up. Not going to go with 4 command centers, just 3. And he's going to throw up some gas. Double gas is going to go down. So, but I really kind of prefer doing I like to power a lot of barracks. I prefer to go with the 4 barracks after command center. Actually, it'd be 4 total, not 4 after. So 3 after, and so that would give you 4 total as opposed to just 2. I just like having a lot of Marines. And Hellion out on the map for Puma, and he did a little bit of damage here. Didn't manage to kill any Marines yet, so he's falling back. Let's see if he's going to go for Cloak here. He's got his Banshee out, and he hasn't even started Cloak yet. He's only got 1 gas, so yeah, he's not going to get Cloak. You know, go Cloak off 1 gas, unless you're just insane. I mean, your opponent would scout you, they'd scan and be like, all right, he doesn't have any gas, he's not getting Cloak. Then you should do the weirdest thing possible, but like, you know, going straight with Cloak. So that's just a total metagame play there if that's something that's going to happen. But both players playing pretty standard so far. Kas just pumping out a bunch of Marines staying out here at the top of the ramp, just playing defensive end. We're going to see Puma just to try and poke and prod as many places as possible against Kas to you know, get in there and deal some damage, kill some SCVs, kill some workers, and kill some Marines if at all possible. But Kas is playing this pretty smart. I'm not sure why this guy's down here. It's kind of interesting why he's got a guy down here, because he's gone. He's rolling on the floor. Man, don't they teach you this in like Space Marine school? When you're on fire, you stop, drop, and roll. I mean, did you see that? He was like on his back, like wiggling like a turtle upside down. It's like a turtle upside down on fire. It's just the worst thing to see. They need to train these guys a little bit better. So the Banshee's out. He's going to try and do some damage to the top of the base. Maybe kill a supply depot. We'll see here. He's got the Hellions on the low ground, so he can support that Banshee. See what he's going to do with it. Oh wow, taking a lot of damage there. That was maybe a little bit more than Puma thought he was going to take. And he's going to back up. Has to play a little bit more carefully now that he lost the majority of his life. Over 100 life lost there with that attack. So Blue Flame on the way, and Hellion, or actually a Medevac on the way also for Puma. So we're going to see him go at it once again. Going to have 4 Hellions out and drop a Medevac in his base. So it's just going to come down to whether or not Kas is going to be able to deal with that. He's got an engineering bay up, so he can throw down some missile turrets as if he wants to, but I think he's pretty well aware that, yeah, he scanned. He saw that the gas was really late, so he's not really too hell-bent on making missile turrets that early. No really reason to do that once you see gas that late, as I was talking about earlier. So 2 reactors coming up, stim on the way, and he's got our factory coming out. Kas might be going for this like bio tank style, or it might just be going, going to tech up to medevacs and then just get full. Yep, that seems like what he's going to do here. Get some medevacs out and just go really heavy bio. Some players like to do the marine tank style, but anyways, here we have that drop. I was talking about the medevac on the way, and does he have some more? He's got the Banshees. The Banshees are going to come in there. Did he repair that? Yes, he repaired it. Good job there. Puma, now he's going to go in for a drop, and what does he have here to defend with? He's got quite a few Marines here in the main, and he's got combat shields, which are going to be nice. He's got a nice spread here. Those Hellions, 2 down already. That Banshee forced to fall back, and Kas, oh wow, he shuts this down completely, loses all 4 of those Hellions. And that just went awfully bad for Puma. I thought he was gonna kill something. Like, what is the unit loss? He killed 4 guys, all of those which are Marines, and he lost 4 Hellions. And I guess I don't know what else he lost there. Maybe his SCV early, but that would be 5. So I don't know where the other 2 came from. I'm forgetting something, but anyway, taking a lot of damage so far this game. Puma, he's got the tech advantage. That's what Puma has going for him this game. Seems like he's going to be going for the mech route. Pumped out some Vikings already, transitioning, getting up a quick third. Going to be able to call down some mules and yet another factory. So he's going to throw down an armory here probably pretty soon if he wants to start to get some upgrades. He's going to start pumping out some Hellions out of the 1, and then 2 factory. We're going to be pumping out tanks, and probably later on transitioning into just a couple Thors to maintain a little bit more of that air superiority. So at this point of the game, we're going to see Kas go on the offensive and try to get map control, out-expand his opponent, and just drop in as many places as possible inside Puma's base to you just like control the map and get a lead. And look at this timing here. I don't know if he knows about that. Did he see that? Yes, he did. Oh, that was so smooth here from Puma. And why is he running away? Why is he running away? Where you go, Puma? The space was free to kill. But I like that right here in the middle map. We saw Puma with the Hellion. He saw the incoming huge bioforce, and he moved in his Hellions at the exact same time. And that was not by accident. That was all skill. And the Hellion's going to come in from behind. He sees the drop. It's coming in here. He scans. He knows that these missile turrets are way too late, and Kas is going to have a big drop in here, but he's going to have siege tanks up and a couple of Hellions. Is going to be enough. He's maybe going to kill a couple SCVs. The SCVs are dying. Wow, the tanks fire. Oh, man. Puma may have actually killed more SCVs there than Kas actually did, but a second group of Marines coming here from the bottom. Tanks are sieging up. He may be going there, take out a couple tanks, splitting up his forces, going to take out 1 tank there and use the rest to take out a couple Marines. And Kas, this was a sort of successful. Let me check the worker count here. Okay, lost a couple more. Worker count 235 versus 58. Yeah, I would say that was a successful attack for Kas, as long as he throws up his expansion here pretty soon. So yeah, he has his orbital up. Yep, now he's going to fly it in there. So I like that. He traded a couple Marines, actually a lot of Marines. He got a lot of SCV kills. So I can check that out too. He got 13 kills there and killed 1 tank. So yeah, I think that was a pretty successful attack here for Kas. Now, the thing you want to do whenever you're going bio versus mech is you want to trade your minerals for their gas, because gas is a limiting factor in the mech play. And if you can trade Marines for tanks, that's something you want to do all day long, because tanks just tear up your Marine count if they amass that really big number of tanks, something like 12 or 13 or something like that, once they get near a maxed army, and then they decide to push out. That's when mech becomes extremely cost effective. And so we have a Hellion in the back here. He's going to get some kills. The SCV transfer just happened, and he's going to go straight for that mule first. Wants to take that guy out, and even got 1 SCV there. He's going to split up his guys a little bit. But already a successful attack so far. Going to get a couple more. He's lining them up. No, he needs to run. He needs to run. Okay, good job there. He pulled 2 Marines. But we have an attack here through the middle of the Hellion's not paying attention. Now he does. He's going to pull back, and Puma's going to be safe, going to sneak out of there. But getting that mule was, that was a pretty worth it. That's a pretty good trade, because Mule's bringing about 270 minerals, and he also killed, I think, 1 Hellion in that trade too. So not too bad there from Puma. But Kas has his 3rd up first, so his income is going to be spiking right now. Look at that, 2,500 versus 1,800. This is the benefits of bio. You're just going to have map control. You can take your 3rd so much sooner, and you're just going to apply pressure when at all possible. So we have Puma here trying to take the expansion here in the middle, which I think is the best third base for a meching player on this map, TvT. And Kas is just going to go right around. He doesn't know about that. Only we can see that the ghost image of the soon-to-be command center flying there, actually orbital. And does he see this? Does he see it? Yeah, he does see it. And now he's going to scan. He sees he's going to take out a tank and then fall back. He's going to go straight into the main. Now he's going to go in there. Maybe stayed there a little bit too long. Hellions dealing quite a bit of damage. They have a nice arc on there, and there's just so many Hellions. He's got one Banshee in there too. Now he's pulling the rest of the tanks, and he should clean up the rest of these Marauders. But those Marauders with the medevacs can just tank Hellions for so long. I don't think that trade went very well for Kas at all. He's going to lose both these medevacs, which is kind of going to suck. He traded mostly for Hellions. Didn't get, I don't think, any SCV kills. Maybe 1 or 2 in here because this is kind of low and there's no guys in here anymore. But so that trade I don't think went very well for Kas. Supply is now very close to being even. In this situation, Bio should be a little bit ahead in versus in mech going on into this far into the game. So 4th base going to go for Kas. So at least he used that little bit of time there to throw up another base, which is something you always want to do with Bio. Just continue to out-expand your opponent. That's kind of what you have to do there. You have to trade and just kind of rely on those extra minerals you're getting. I like the position of this barracks up at the top of the map, just to keep an eye on any type of drops in the way as close as you can get over here to this edge. And he also has a backup Viking right behind it. So really nice defenses here from Puma, protecting the top of his base, even with this sensor tower. So we've got Puma with about 140 supply, taking up these destructible rocks in the middle. So Vikings just keeping an eye on some stuff over here in the low ground. He does have air superiority, so we're going to see Kas, try and either regain that or just... I mean, at this point, you kind of have to regain it somehow because the Vikings are just going to keep destroying all your medevacs. You have to rely on Marines, and Bio just doesn't work out too well if you've got... well, actually, we've got a drop over here in the left, right? Not a drop, a run by. A lot of Hellions getting so many kills over here. Look at that, 2, 9, 8, and I think 6 kills on the last guy. And then actually, it was a drop there. There's a medevac. I was like, how'd those guys get over there without me seeing it on the mini-map running across the map? So another sensor tower over here by Puma in the middle of the map. I like that. This one Hellion is taking its time, taking down this orbital command. And this position of this medevac is just kind of chilling out over there. So Puma is pushing across the map with just the Hellions. He's going to get so many more worker kills here. Oh my god, Kas just lost. That was probably half of his SCV count, it seems like, between both of those bases. Oh my god, such an amazing harassment here by Puma. And there's just so many tanks of Kas, you cannot run into that. That is just murder. That is such a sick siege tank line. Look at this. That is amazing. And the tide of the game after those 2 SCV kills is just ridiculous. Look at that now. We have 57 versus 50. He was around like 70 or something like that. So many kills here. So many SCVs dead on Kas's side. And we have air superiority, like I said, for Puma. So Puma's got such a good advantage right now in the game. He's going to push himself forward, take control of this middle zone, Nagatara, put up his siege tanks, and start wailing on this planetary fortress in the middle. At the top, we have some Hellions going to go pick off a couple mules. These 3 mules are going to go down, not without getting 1 or 2 drops in. So I just like this constant harass here with Hellions. That's kind of what you have to do. That's your best element of harass whenever you go in mech, is just blue flame Hellions. We have another drop over here on the left side. Nope, he deals with that and takes care of that. He's got that couple Marauders over here. So dealing with that, he's not going to make that same mistake twice. But look at this. Puma, he saw it coming. He's going to sneak on out of there. He's managed to save that command center, but Kas is going to go straight in here in the middle, and he's just going to get slaughtered if those tanks get sieged up. And oh my god, this is going to go so bad for Kas. There's going to be so many dead Marauders here. Now he's going to stim and get a little bit closer. He can come in here and finish off the rest of these tanks, but that was just so cost effective for Puma. He managed to lose, he lost like, what, 5 tanks and like maybe 6 or 7 Hellions and killed this entire Bio force for Kas. So yeah, I don't know if that was such a good trade. Still quite a few number of siege tanks out. 8 siege tanks, 8 Vikings versus 10 Marines, 20 Marauders, 5 medevacs. These Hellions here at the top still delaying mining for a little bit, and that Marauder's going to go up there and clean up the rest of that stuff. So in the middle, we have the big attack. He's going with some more Bio, and he's pulling some SCVs to deal with this, but there's plenty of takes here, and the Marauders are just going to get taken out. There's too many tanks, too many Vikings. Those Vikings deal a decent amount of damage, 14 versus armor. Actually, that's when they're flying. I don't know if it's the same when they're on ground or not. So medevacs are going to get taken out, and that's just so hard to look at. Just medevacs trying to slowly crawl away from Vikings. So supply, both players have got a huge hit in supply after trading armies here back and forth. So we've got 4 Evasas versus 3 Kas. Wow, that orbital command got knocked down pretty far. I'm surprised how much HP those Hellions took off, and I think there was only like a 1 or 2 up here. That Hellion had to attack like, I don't know how many times, an insane number of times to get that much damage on there. I like down here Kas has this 1 Marine just scouting out a base down here. Why not? Checking out for drops also. So a good position for just 1 Marine. Kas, where is he going to go? Puma has these really nice placement of these sensor towers. You can see on the minimap, he can see any attack path through the bottom here or anything coming through the middle and any drops coming from the top. He only really has to worry about an attack that goes all the way around the bottom and then gets lifted and then dropped over in this kind of position over here. But he's going to go straight on in through the middle. Maybe throw down a scan first. Yep, going to scan, see how many tanks are up there. Figures, you know what, that's a few too many. And he's going to fall back. So both players are going to macro up for a little bit. This 1 medevac over here on the left side is still chilling out with those 2 Hellions. And this is just ripe for a drop. He would have to suicide these Hellions there, but with 2 Hellions you could rag up quite a few number of SCV kills if you dropped it around here in the top or something like that. But that Marine had no chance at all against all those Hellions. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is restricted area, Marauder. You shouldn't be over here. Restricted map. So now, Kas is feeling, that 1 Marine wasn't enough. I'm going to send 1 Marauder over here to deal with this Hellion. I'm going to reclaim that position just to keep that scouting up. So Kas is separating his forces. He's got 1 attack force here at the top, another one here on the bottom, trying to split up his forces, forcing, he's really hoping that Puma's just going to unsiege everything and then go to the first army he sees. And he's going to throw down a command center, so I don't even know if he's planning to attack with this or just play defensive. But he's stemming forward, he scans, he sees a couple of the tanks around siege, he's going to go for a big attack coming down here from the bottom, so a 2-pronged attack. He's destroying everything. All the tanks are falling down here at the bottom at the same time. At the top, Vikings take out all the medevacs, but he kills so many tanks here, and now he's going to take out the orbital command, and I'm so surprised by how effective Kas was with this multiple-pronged attack here, just completely crushing Puma. And Kas has so much map control. GG, yeah, game over. I mean, that was such a game-winning call there by Kas. So, a lot of things to say about this game. So Kas going bio and defeating mech. I guess, a player that goes mech so much knows how to beat it, I would hope. If he's lost to things like this, maybe he just feels this is the better build and maybe at least his style that he prefers. But we just saw, both players did their builds pretty well. They were doing their standard harass. We saw the mech player going for harassing with the Hellions, and we saw Kas he tried for some drops with a pretty successful first drop. The second attack where he kind of ran into the back and lost his whole army and killed like 2 or 3 tanks. I don't know how effective that was, but he just consistently expanded, had a bunch of map presence, and I think at the end it kind of just came down to Puma just kind of maybe spreading out his tanks too thin for this position, maybe trying to defend way down here as opposed to just defending like right here in this central area. Maybe had his tanks spread out too far, but I mean Kas, this position is just begging for a multiple prong attack. If you get vision of the Zelnaga Tower or just even scan, there's such a huge arc you can get up here at the top, and look at this whole arc you can get. This is just ridiculous how big of an opening this is, and that just works so great for bio if you can spread out your forces and just kind of go in. Tanks really become useless, and that was a orbital. I think that was an orbital, so it wasn't even a planetary fortress, which maybe should have used. But anyways, good TvT here between both of our players. That was game number 1 and a best of 3. So we're gonna move on to game number 2 coming up next.